Are you tired of walking in pain? Or maybe it's hard to get out the door because walking just isn't easy, or you are getting injured, maybe plantar fasciitis, IT band, lower back issues, then you want to watch this video, because what I do is I break down ChiWalking. It's actually a video analysis of my own ChiWalking, and I get pretty detailed because I geek out on this stuff. But I give you some really good tips that I think that are really going to help you make your walking easier. Again, whether you're getting injured or, you know, it's just not as easy as you feel like it should be, this video is for you. And hey, I'd love it if you go ahead and subscribe. And after you watch it, I would love for you to leave some comments and let me know what you think. And if you have any questions also, just drop them down in the comments and I'll be back in and I will answer them the best I can. Okay, so I haven't done a video analysis on my ChiWalking in a long time, so I thought it would be a good time to do this. So I'm going to play this real time first. It's a quick 30 seconds, just so that I can look at some things and see. So the first things you can tell that you see how short my stride is. You can see that I pulled my arms at a 90-degree angle because I am fast walking right now. And I am coming toward the camera, still keeping that short stride.
Not in ChiWalk.
And now I'm going back and I am not ChiWalking. So I have completely shifted, not lifting through the crown of my head, not doing anything to focus on my ChiWalking. And so when I do the video analysis, I'm going to point out some more things, but I just wanted you to have a chance to see just how it's done at regular pace. Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and start with the actual analysis. So you could see here again, it's funny, when I actually looked at this, I was like, oh, look at that great short stride. And it is really good, but I'm going to be a little more critical of myself because I'm a master instructor and I've been teaching this for a long time, and I probably could still shorten it. I always say, when you think your stride is short, shorten it. So ideally, my foot would probably land right about here. My knee is nice and soft. My foot would kind of fall right down here, but I do extend it just a little bit. Now, as far as foot placement in ChiWalking, we talk about landing, whoops, wrong one. We talk about landing on the bottom half of your heel. So the idea is not to have a heavy heel strike, but just kind of land on that bottom half of your heel, which this looks okay right here. It looks like my foot falls down and I'm right there at the bottom of my heel, but I definitely feel that I could have even shortened my stride a little bit. One of my favorite visualizations, and it works more if you're a woman or if you've had a pencil skirt on, is I make pretend that I have a pencil skirt on when I'm doing this, and it really helps me focus on shortening my stride. Or like if you had one of those bands that you might do monster walks with, make pretend you have those really tight around your ankles so you cannot reach out. And that's basically the idea, is not to overstride. So again, I've got a little overstride going on right here, in my opinion. Maybe I'm being ultra picky. And here, if I'm going to look at my posture, we're looking at ankle, hip, shoulder. So that looks pretty upright. That looks pretty good right here. My ear might be a little bit down. My chin is good. If you tell, I'm lifting through the crown of my head. And so the crown of my head, actually that's not the best place. This is the crown of my head. So the crown of your head is like the highest point right here. A big mistake people make is they think it's actually here. Whoops. They think it's on their forehead, and then they lift here, and then that causes their chin to lift too. So you want to keep a nice neutral chin so that it drops slightly. So again, looking at this looks pretty good. Again, it's different from running here. In ChiWalking, we always have a little bit of a hip hinge. So here, right here, you can see that I'm slightly forward. That forward momentum really kind of helps me be intentional and focus on that forward movement. And so I really think about moving from my center. And so my center is the point of going forward. Oops. I move from my center and take my body with me. So I try to keep my feet under my center and not reaching out, which again, here you can see that I do reach out a little bit, but you know, I'd still say pretty good. Again, and then the arm swing, this 90-degree arm swing we usually use in ChiRunning or in ChiWalking when you're going at a faster pace. Whoops. So when you're Okay. There we go. When you're going at a faster pace, you want to bring your arms in because your arms are pendulums, and pendulums take longer. If you just right now actually swing your arms straight down and feel how that feels as you're listening to this, so your arms are just straight, and then now you bend them at a 90-degree angle and feel how much lighter it feels, because now you're not dragging your entire arm through movement. You have half of your arm. So it really helps from an efficiency standpoint, and it really helps from just being able to keep forward momentum and just be more efficient with how your body is moving. So we say 90 degrees or less, so this is good right here. If you're going at a slower pace and you're not walking with intention, or usually when I'm walking in the middle of my runs, I'm always trying to stay focused on my walk. And then the one thing you can't see here very well is my pelvic rotation. I might just have to do a whole separate thing on there. Might be able to see it here as I'm coming forward. And that's the difference from ChiWalking to race walking. In race walking, they do this lateral hip movement. So you see the hips going side to side. It's actually a requirement for the sport, where in ChiWalking, we talk more about pelvic rotation, and it's really more about your hips going not side to side, but your hip is going back with your leg as your leg is being pulled back by the road. So it's really just allowing your hips to follow your legs as they move forward, instead of going up and down and affecting your IT band. So as I'm doing this, and I'm getting a little nitpicky, interesting, I'm just noticing here, it looks like my left arm, or no, that's my right arm. My right arm falls down a little bit more than my left arm, so that's interesting to me right there. And now I can see this. And we usually don't want to cross your center line, which doesn't look like I am right here. My shoulders might be able to be a little bit more relaxed here. No, they don't look too tense, actually. That is usually one of my things. I do have this splay that's kind of just always been there. I try to work on it, but it doesn't affect me injury-wise. So, I work on the things that I feel I want to make sure are not going to keep me from getting hurt. So now I transition to not ChiWalking. So I don't think about it. Before I was ChiWalking with intention. Now I just kind of just started walking. And I'm looking to see if I can't see a hip drop. I know I saw one when I saw it earlier. And usually that's something I would see when my hips are not level. So maybe a little bit right here, but not a ton. So that looks better then. And you can see here my arms are dangling. Most people when they walk, they're just walking. And if you walk in the middle of your runs, walking with intention is such a big thing. A lot of people just get you stop at the aid station, they slow down, they're tired, and then you lose a bunch of energy. But trying to move with intention is crucial. So I say ChiWalking is like the secret sauce to my running. Now here you can see the really big difference of me landing on my heel. You can also see how much more I am almost locking my knee right here, and that's how most people walk. They reach out in front and pull the road under them. So if anything, go back and watch this again when I did the beginning part and just see how different it looks when you're looking at it real time. But you could just see the efficiency. You could see that I'm just walking with more ease when I'm ChiWalking. We're here. The other thing that happens when you're breaking the road is gravity is coming at you. So the road is coming at you, and when you go in with a heel strike, I'm kind of breaking the road, so it's counterintuitive to that forward movement, so you're kind of slowing yourself down as well. So just again, keeping that short stride is very important right here. And now we're going to go ahead and see if there's any differences in my posture when I'm not focusing on ChiWalking. Yeah, you could definitely see, I can tell by looking at this also that my, when I'm ChiWalking, I'm going to bring this up a little bit. When I'm not ChiWalking, how much more lateral movement I have, and I'm just not. So this right here, it looks like I'm leaning back a little bit more, so you could see I still have a straight line. My ear might be just a little bit more forward, but it does look here like I'm almost leaning back. And anytime you're leaning back, again, it's counterintuitive because my movement is really supposed to be going this way, but here now I'm going back. So a lot of people really don't think about all the different things that you can do while you're walking. And again, walking is such a great way to get in shape, stay in shape. Again, I do it quite a bit, just as part of my running. It's part of my regular running routine. So there you have it. Those are the things that I'm going to be working on my walking as I progress forward. Thanks so much.